A very good morning to everyone. I am Archana R, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you all to the 16th webinar of Manage Fisheries Innovation and Startup Hub Fortnightly Friday webinar series. Before we begin today's session, I would like to briefly introduce about Manage Fisheries Innovation and Startup Hub. MANAGE-FISHub is newly established national level incubation and innovation hub at National Institute of Agricultural Extension Management, Hyderabad, supported by Department of Fisheries under Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. The hub focuses on transforming the fisheries sector by providing a structured mentoring, incubation, and capacity building support to help startups scale into a sustainable and impactful ventures. So far, we successfully conducted 10 national level programs reaching participants from more than 25 states and union territories. We have hosted 103 expert-led sessions and engaged over 2,000 participants from academia, startups, and industry. This growing impact have been driven by a series of focused initiatives, including our incubation, pre-incubation mentoring program, Aqua Eureka program, Aqua Reach, Aqua Yuva, Aqua Udami, fishery startup and stakeholder meets across 5 states, Manage Fish Tech webinars, and our fortnightly Friday webinar series. Moving forward, we aim to deepen this impact by further connecting innovators, entrepreneurs, students, investors, and policymakers to build into a sustainable fisheries ecosystem in India. With that, let us begin today's webinar on pearl culture, business and startup opportunities. To introduce our first speaker, I would like to invite Dr. Niveta CK, Innovation Research Fellow of MANAGE-FISHub.
Thank you, Archana. It's my pleasure to welcome our speaker, Mr. Nanjappa Pugera, as the founder of Indian Pearl Farm and a technology professional turned agri-entrepreneur specializing in freshwater pearl culture. After building a successful career in the IT industry, he followed his passion for the sustainable agriculture and established the Indian Pearl Farm near Nandi Hills in Karnataka in 2022. He is actively involved in freshwater pearls cultivation, designer pearl development, and skill-based training in pearl culture. Through his firm, he conducts practical training program and has already trained over 300 aspiring pearl farmers across India and abroad. Mr. Pugera also works closely with the NGOs, self-help groups, and rural communities to promote pearl farming as a sustainable livelihood opportunity, particularly empowering women, youth, and small farmers. His farm is now evolving into the hub for training, research, and agro-tourism in the pearl culture. With this introduction, I welcome Mr. Nachappa Pugera sir to deliver the session.
Yeah. Hi all, and I thank you for Manage Fisheries and Innovation Startup Hub for creating such a wonderful platform and calling all the expertise in their fields to deliver the lecturer. So far, I have gone through your all the webinar session. It was a very wonderful startup initiative, and I thank you once again for giving me an opportunity to deliver insights about the real-time activities involved in the pearl culture. So just to begin, pearl farming is a fascinating aquaculture enterprise where even a small pond and an economical investment can grow into a high-value pearl business. This is an opportunity Indian Pearl Farm is working to bring to farmers and entrepreneurs across India. And I would wish to welcome all the aqua entrepreneurs, farmers, students, and all are the participants of this session. Our Indian Pearl Farm is located in the foot of Nandi Hills in near the neighboring district of Bangalore and Chikballapur in Karnataka. So far, Indian Pearl Farm is associated with research, culture, training, and sales of cultured pearls. So I will be just briefing into the fascinating world of pearl farming, where else at any point of time through MANAGE-FISHub or directly you can contact and take any sort of inputs at any point of time. So let's begin. Yeah. Ma'am, is it presentable?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is the fascinating science of pearl? Before knowing the process, it is very important that
Excuse
I
me, sir.
feel that we should understand certain concepts of,
Sir, please keep it in full screen mode.
yeah, 1 second. Yeah, is it visible, man?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, okay. So among the 9 precious germs, what we consider as, in so many places it is called so many names, I can call you it as Navaratnas or the 9 precious germs. Pearl is the only germ which is processed through the biological process, that is biomineralization. An animal is forming the pearl or a stone, whatever we call it as. The basic concept behind is very simple. The molluscus secretes a layer of nacre around an irritant. Then the nacre, the selection, that is what we call as pearl. It is a composition of calcium carbonate and organic proteins. And certain point of time it starts the nacre segregation and gradually forms the pearls. Here we see lot of videos, informations across the web that is about the pearl. But pearl, how the pearls are formed, or what all the pearls what we get in the market, it will be of natural pearls. The natural pearls are found naturally. Right now we don't have a 1 in 10,000 or 1 in a lakh. The process happens naturally. Rest all what we see in the market, it is cultured pearls, that is produced using a manual intervention by implantation techniques. That is a major concept or the product which is done, that is with the help of human intervention and implantations is done, and that is not considered as a cultured pearl, and it also can be considered as a natural pearl, because whenever we test a pearl cultured in the lab, the composition of the cultured one and the natural one will be almost same, or it can't be tell as almost, it is same. So why? Because of its properties, because of the global usages, the production is throughout the globe. But the major producing regions are China, where they have fresh water as well as the salt water pearls, Japan, Australia, and so on. Now, India is also coming up because a lot of people across India have started the pearl culture in one or the other aspects. It may be a bigger farms or a smaller one or a small sort of industries. It is coming up in India. Why it is? It has been started around 15-20 years back. Now, due to the awareness, due to the trainings, or I can tell due to the access of social media, we have exposure and many are involved into this. We have a strong potential in pearl culture in India. Why? Because we have abundant fresh water resources, suitable climate, and very important, the native mussel species are available. See, in India, we should not be get confused. We are doing fresh water pearl culture. Freshwater pearl culture, it can be also called as flowing water or a sweet water or whatsoever. And there are around 65 species available in India, out of which only 2 to 3 species are pearl yielding species. Biologically, it is named as Lemedonus marginalis, Lemedonus coronus, and Paracia corongota. But widely available species or crossbreeds of the initial two, the Lemedonus marginalis and Lemedonus coronus, are widely available, but due to the harvesting and legal formalities or legal permissions, not every state is allowed to harvest due to the availability of the species, or it may be due to the lesser availability. But in few states in North India, it is legally permitted to harvest. Hence, the pearl culture across India, the mussel species are procured from the northern regions, maximum from West Bengal or Assam, few parts of Orissa, and for the southern region, the wild suppliers are from Maharashtra region. And few hatcheries are there. Hatcheries has its own limitations because it is a parasite. That is other part. So just when we are doing, we should know the basics. So I don't want to take in detail. So anyone want any details, later on it can be discussed. And due to the native availability of the mussel species, it is very economical, budget friendly, and it can be transported easily. The lifespan of the lifespan is very huge. 200 plus years the species are available and researched as per the document, and it is believed that the lifespan is still more. And when we get the mussels, it will be alive around 4 to 5 days. So that is considered, that will be the advantage for the transportation purpose, or procuring purposes. It can be transported, and the network is so wide that everyone across India are getting access for this mussel species. And these are the widely available. So this is also one of the reason why pulp culture is very going to be popular, or why people are adapting. But pearl farming process is very simple. There is no rocket science involved in this. And usually whenever there are some webinars or conferences or trainings, I strongly tell everyone and make understand the pearl farming process is not a process of analyzing the charts, analyzing the growth, analyzing the economics of it, or just talking the business investment or return on investment. It is a real time farming process. We have to understand the farming process. It is very simple. If we learn, if we know the science behind it, if we know to set up, then the process is very, very, very economical. Everyone, it can be affordable to students, farmers, entrepreneurs, people who are in city, farm, countryside, anywhere. Anyone can implement. But only a small condition is they should be well versed or well trained. Or else we may occur, or I have seen where we can undergo huge losses. The first process of pearl farming is mussel selection. Sorry, before mussel selection, what we have to do, we have to see the water quality testing, a simple process, because pearl is also tested in the same lab where the precious germs or gold and silver is tested. So if we get a good quality, good pricing, it is simple. As this is filter feeders, our mussels are filter feeders. So what is the best thing? And the complete lifespan of the mussel is inside water. So water management is a first and a very important process we should understand, because it is a filter feeder. What does it have? It just consumes the mineral present in the water, in the natural water, and it leaves. That is a life thing, how it goes. So if our water quality is not bad, sorry, if water quality is poor, less minerals, no proper oxygens or whatsoever, the mortality will be high, that the death rate will be high. The success in pearl farming is to reduce the mortality as well as the quality culture. So that depends on the water testing. That is a first initial step everyone has to follow, keeping the last process, that is selling process, in mind. Then comes our mussel selections, procurement, preparation of pond. It is very simple. We can do it in any sort of ponds, aquariums, plastic ponds, plastic tanks, cement ponds, cement rings, agriculture pond, for or the fabric liner tanks are also available for a very economical budget. Rest we have a hold. So I advise everyone to start a small pilot, then replicate into n number. That is a successful module where the people have seen the success. This is a successful module. Just go by the huge ponds or a huge investment or a huge procurement of mussels. That is not pearl farming. And we are not seeing the results of those sort of setups. So just we can, as I told, the first process is testing of water, procurement, preparation of ponds, any sort of pond to begin with. Next is the nucleus. The nucleus is a seed or a bead. Whenever we do the agriculture process, the seeds or the seeding, we will be doing the seeding. Here also, there is a seeding process called nucleus. There are different types of nucleus based on the pearl, what we are going to culture or farm. So that preparation or procurement is also very important. That is nucleus preparations or procuring the type, quality, material, all those things. Next is the implantations. In India, to be honest, and as per my research, we are well versed for designer pearls, where many people or a huge crowd know they don't have an idea about it. The culture period is very less, that is around 15 months to 18 months, depending upon the water quality. Then we can do the round pearls. Minimum duration is 24 plus months. That is the implantation process is very important. That is all the simple and the basic implantation with the precise. The complete success depends on the implantations and the nucleus and the water conditioning. Next, the culture period, the nutrition, how to monitor the water quality throughout the process. All are simple. There is no rocket science involved in this. Just the people who have patience, they can flourish with that. Not with the investment too, just with the patience. Then what is the continuous ongoing property? It is monitoring the water quality throughout the duration period. Then harvesting, grading, marketing. This is a simple process what is involved in the pearl farming process. So anyone can start it with a small economical budget. Just to add on, people visit my farm or visitors, whoever come, I give them 10 mussels, go and put it in your aquarium with the basic instructions, what I do, what I give. If it sustains for 15 days to 1 month, you have gone through your first process is up in pearl farming. There is no rocket science involved. It is very simple. So anyone can start. Anyone can start with any sort of place, just with the pilot process, a small setup or investment. The infrastructure here, what we require is also very, very simple. Just a pond or a tank to begin with. Then you can, once you have a hands-on experience and once you succeed with this, then replicate the ponds based on the space available. If it is in your farm or in cities, it is limited. The rooftops, balconies, or people who are planning for a larger scale, obviously they may have an countryside farms. Then the freshwater mussels. Everyone are wondering what is the cost of mussels. See, mussel is a freshwater species, and we also call it as oysters. Both are, the physical structure will be one and the same. The process is same. As we don't have abundant availability of oysters, that is saltwater oysters in India, it is not legally permitted to, and the species is limited to lesser numbers. Then procure the mussels. The mussel cost is very, very, very basic. From around 7 to 10 rupees you will be getting. Based on the place of transport, it may be bit more, that's it. Implantation tools. Based on your expertise, you can design your tools. Water quality monitoring. Technical training. Training is very important. That is the first investment what you are going to do. Wherever you are, take the training from the genuine resource near your area or from the availability place or where are they give the trainings. Here comes the training plays a major role. You have to take a complete information, then you have to start. The reason is there are so many activities involved. Just by seeing, listening, hearing, the implantation has to be felt. We have to feel the stress of an animal. We have to feel how to open, close. That is the main thing. Whereas the training plays a major role from the trusted source who sells knowledge. Don't take training from the people who sell business. Take the training from the genuine source where the knowledge is shared. Then go ahead with your pearl farming process. The economics behind is very simple. The pearl value depends on the size, shape, surface quality, whatsoever. But the economics, it is a mind-blowing economics. With the dead shell also, we can do the art. Just you can go through my website, Indian Pearl Farm. From the dead shell of 10 to 12 rupees, the carvings of religious symbols, company icons, logos are designed just with the normal economical dead shell. I'm not talking about the culture pearl. Means the financial part or the profit starts from that region. Usually we have a tendency that pearls are used as jewels. No, it is used in Ayurveda. That where the first grade of pearls will be going to. Next, the cosmetics. We have a facial pack example. I'm just giving an one or two example as our time is limited. In cosmetic industry, it is widely used. Expensive face packs. The material is pearl powder. Luxury accessories. Watches. What is MOP? Mother of pearl. The shell body. The watches are there. Other ornaments are there. The topmost apparel brands use their buttons as MOP buttons. That is carved from MOP. That is from the dead one or the remaining part of the extracted pearl shell. So the economics is also very simple, very profitable, sustainable, affordable, moreover, for students. Recently, we had a training in Hyderabad in one of the reputed college. Now the students have implemented. Students means without any cost. They all are trying to larger extent. It is a very upcoming industry. Anyone can take it as a secondary or a primary income. the pearl entrepreneurs are coming up. Yes, due to the lack of awareness or knowledge, people are hesitant or don't know. Okay, one major question everyone has: where to sell? As we don't have, that is a huge concept or a topic, but I don't want to drag it. Your tester is a first point of contact. There are 101. Just to give an insight, give a support, give a moral thing. Your tester, you produce a good pearl, the market are always there. Lot of NGOs have been involved. In Kerala, they are setting up a pearl village or a pearl city in every district. In Assam, it is a huge, a small scale government funded with the buyback, with giving a raw materials in Nagaon district. It is very popular in India. So in all the states, it is upcoming. Just try with the pilot, expand. There is no loss. It is a very, very, very sustainable entrepreneur or a business opportunity for a startup, for a students, for a farmers, for anyone. With the integrated system also, it can be developed with the fish, with spirulina, ajola, fish, integrated farming, aquaponics is very upcoming one. Whatever the two, lot of innovative methods are there, kindly adapt it, take suggestions from the experts, get a well-versed training, and PMSSY, Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana 2.0, I think you may be knowing, your organizers may be knowing well about it. Bival culture, it is a huge project. There is a lag-ons also because it is with the 50% with the state and 50% with the central government, some hiccups, but it is upcoming. I'm far sure one fine day, India will be the leading producer as well as the exporter of pearls. So we can just, with the basic knowledge and training, anyone can start the pearl farming process. And you can take it as a profession too. You can teach pearl tourism. There are wonderful n number of, because I can't take with every detailed input as our time is limited. So the opportunities is worldwide opportunities to flourish, to sell, to do business, to teach, as well as the government depends on the state are having the awareness programs, the NGOs are having the awareness programs, and the enthusiasts, the minimum 10 to 15 calls I receive. As I'm from Karnataka, throughout India, I receive a call just to find out. People are very, very enthusiastic. It is an upcoming, it can be a secondary income. So with the help of NGOs or the government departments or wherever you get, please start the pearl farming culture one, where else it will be a profitable and a very good prospect for secondary income. So I thank you. I thank MANAGE-FISHub for the opportunity given for me to give the small time. I think I have explained in a very basic layman language so that people can adapt the process, start the culture with the guidance of experts. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your very informative and enriching session on pearl culture and its startup opportunities. Your insights on science of pearl formation, pearl forming techniques, and growing market potential in India were extremely valuable. We sincerely thank you for sharing your valuable experience and knowledge with us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.
Participants, if you have any questions, kindly post them in the chat box. The questions will be taken up after the second speaker presentation. To introduce our second speaker for today's session, I now invite Mr. Santosh Kumar from MANAGE-FISHub.
Thank you, Archana. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Santosh Kumar from MANAGE-FISHub team. I am so honored to introduce the next speaker of today's session, the PL Culture Innovator of India, Mr. Jitender Chaudhary, founder of Biva PL Farm. Mr. Jitender has established a significant milestone in the Indian PL industry by setting up India's first commercial freshwater PL farm and mussel hatchery, dedicated to produce export quality pairs that met international market standards. Through his expertise across the years, he has been actively promoting PL culture as an high-value aquaculture venture and demonstrating its potential as a sustainable livelihood opportunity. Beyond production, Mr. Chaudhary have also been a strong advocate for capacity building and farmer empowerment in PL farming. He actively motivates and trains aspiring PL farmers and have conducted several international training programs across Nepal and Sri Lanka, helping many entrepreneurs and farmers to adapt PL cultivation as a profitable aquaculture enterprise. We are truly delighted to have him with us today and look forward for gaining valuable insights from his expertise in PL farming and aquaculture entrepreneurship. With this brief introduction, I would like to hand over the session to you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Okay. First of all, I would introduce myself as Jitendra Chaudhary, as you know my name, and I have started my career as a IT professional, and after that, I have started pearl culture. So when I was started pearl culture, the government institution like SIFA or Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and CFA Mumbai, Maharashtra. So they were just giving the training of designer pearls. But before I started, okay, if it is okay to all of you, I start with the basic things in pearl culture. It would be okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So when we start from designer pearl, then after that, many people still are doing permaculture, like in India or in neighbor countries like in even in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, in China, Japan, Indonesia, Thailand, Australia. There are lots of countries are doing this. But if you talk about India, then people still are doing designer pearls. Whenever we talk the pearl industry or for international market, China has made all these type of pearls like designer pearls, like Mabe pearls, like half round, heart, rope, and ovals. So they have made it before 100 years. If you talk about the reality, the ground reality of pearl culture in India, we talk about the trainings, we talk about the seminars, we talk about the government institutions, they are giving the training, we talk about the training given by the pearl farmers. Why we are not giving a business opportunity to the farmers? We are just filling the files or just filling the documents. Like we have given me, I have given around 500 plus pearl farmers. I mean, training for 500 plus people, or maybe more. But people are still not doing permaculture. Ever we have no. We just talk that start with this one, start with this one. So first of all, as Mr. Nagapaji have told us almost everything he has covered. So I will not cover all those topics which he has already done. I mean, he has already covered. So I will make a focus on those topics which are required or which are very important. Like first of all, he has also talked about the how to set up a pearl farm for a beginner or for a startup, for an entrepreneur, for a normal farmer which are living in a rural area. He doesn't know how to do pearl culture. And we just give them a 2 days training or 3 days training over online or offline. and he will collect the mussel from river or ponds or lakes, and he will do the star. But the main issue start with starting. First of all, like we will have to test the water. In India, there are
Mr. Jitendra,
lots
sir,
of.
are you sharing your screen?
Yeah, please. No, please. You share screen with. I have sent you the PPT.
Sure, sir. My team, please share Mr. Jitendra's presentation.
So, as we talk about the quality of water, many people just say that test the TDS value, like it should be 400, 300, 500, and pH value, it would be, or it should be around 7 to 8. So, our layman pearl farmer who do the testing, these parameters will be their basic parameters. But what about the magnesium level? What about the potassium level? What about the calcium level? Do we talk about that? Do we tell our pearl farmer that you should know about all these minerals also? No, never. We just talk water quality testing. That's our part is and applause complete now. So we should think that what should be the quality parameter. And second thing, as we talk that we can do pearl culture in aquarium, we can do pearl culture. Second thing, like we can say that many things. Yeah. So please go to the next slide, because many topics have covered by Mr. Nagaraji. So next one, please. Yeah, there is the advantage of pearl farming. Okay, so everyone knows that pearl culture provide I mean a very good advantage for we can start with low initial investment and compared to other aquaculture practices. Okay, so we just need some basic tools or basic space, like we can start with tanks, or we can start with RAS advanced setup, or we can start with pond. So there are other if you talk about the reservoirs for fresh water in India, we have lots of reservoirs for fresh water, but we should know first the technical thing for that. Okay, so please next one. Okay, so type of pearls: natural pearls, cultured pearls, and imitation pearls. So as we see at present market, only 1.7% pearls are natural pearls growing from freshwater or marine culture also, and the rest percentage that would be around 98.7%, that would be our cultured pearl. So if we talk about the natural pearl, then that form without human intervention or nature intervention, that is all those pearls are natural pearls, and the cultural pearls by which they are making by human intervention, those are cultured pearls. So please next one, because everyone know all these things. Yeah, so as we also know that there are three major species are using for pearl culture: Lamellidans marginalis, Lamellidans coreanus, or Pericia corrugata, or we can say P. corrugata. But in all these three species, we use only, if we go for commercial one, commercial pearl culture, then we use only Lamellidans marginalis or coreanus. The main reason is that Pericia corrugata, if we talk about the ground reality of India or even Nepal, Sri Lanka, or many other countries, P. corrugata is survived only in running water, like in river or like in dams. Okay. Otherwise, if you talk about the pond setup, if you talk about the tank setup, if you talk about the normal setup like aquarium or something else, then we will do, I mean, these P. coruvata, this species will not survive. So it is totally, we can say that we can, our farmer will lose their money according to the Caricia coruvata. So first, if you talk about the commercial one, we just need Lamallidans marginalis or Lamallidans corians. Even when we talk the species quality, like first of all, how to identify the healthy mussel or quality mussel. There is a very important part that is included in mussel or mussel selection, we can say. So you will have to focus on quality of the mussel, like health wise. Second, if second one is the quality of nacre released by our mussel. So what would be the quality of that? So we will have to learn the steps how to find out the best quality and how to find out the healthy mussel. Second thing, the major pearl farmers are facing the issue, that is infections or disease in mussels. No one is talking about that, because we are just making giving a training for 3 to 4 days and making a scientist or making a expert of pearl farmer to that pearl farmer. So it's not possible. Major pearl farmers, many pearl farmers are facing the issue of disease or infection. Like one of them is blackfoot. No one talking about that, because if your muscles are infected by blackfoot, your 60 to 70 muscles, 70% muscles will die. Okay, so we will have to focus on that also. So next one, please. Yeah, if we talk about the site selection. Okay, so first of all, according to the water quality testing parameter, because if I'm doing perliculture or Mr. Nagapaji doing perliculture, I will see that he is doing pearl in a pond, perliculture in a pond, in tanks, or any pearl farmers who is doing in a RAS tank. So I will just see them and will follow blindly. I will not test myself that is our quality parameter, I mean water quality will be okay to that particular setup or not. No, we will not talk about that. So first, we will check water quality testing. Then the quality of water will define, I mean, it will decide the setup type. Okay, so first, according to the quality parameter, we will decide the type of the setup. Then we will check the space or area which the pearl farmer have. So we will also check all these things to manage the temperature, to control the temperature. And temperature should be 20 to 30 degree, as well said. Okay. Then after that, if you talk about the balance of minerals, because we know the perliculture, pearl formation is biomineralization. So for that, we should know the ratio, the right ratio. I will say it, a right ratio of magnesium, potassium, calcium. But we never talk about that. Then after that, TDS value, like I have told you, we have already told that 200 to 350 or 450, that is enough. And many people even still are doing perliculture in 8 TDS value, TDS and 900. So that will not work. Then please, next one. Yeah. If you talk about the steps in pearl culture, so collection of healthy mussels, as I have told you, pre-operative conditioning. We should also know about the pre-operative conditioning. So we support the farmer. We will have to support to our pearl farmer to be a small doctor, even can say. So for small doctor, you of muscle. So we should talk about the pre-operative conditioning, surgery, like pre-surgery, and nucleus implantation. There are lots of type of nucleuses are available in the market, but we should know what is the right one, I mean, which pearl can be grow in your that particular water quality parameters. So even if you have we have 8 to 10 types of pearl, so you can't grow all of them. So you will have to select them first. Post-operative, we will do, put our muscles in post-operative conditioning for 3 to 4 days or 5 days after surgery. Then after that, food management. Food management is very important at today's scenario, because out of 195% plus farmers are facing this issue. Why? Because they can see the muscles, but they can't see the live algae, live microalgae. They just grow with some cow dung, urea, SSP. People are telling them that just put and mix it with cow dung and put in sunlight for 5 to 7 days or 8 days. The algae will grow. No, they are killing their muscle by feeding this material, because they don't know how to produce a live, healthy algae, microalgae, like 4 types of green algae, chlorella, chlorofucum, cosmarium. They don't know anything about this. If you talk about the plankton, they don't know how to grow this. They just know that people are telling them just take some cow dung, mix some urea SSP and put it in sunlight, and your feed will be grown. Second, now many farmers are just using a simple step. They are feeding spirulina powder, a mussel which eat, or as you know, the mussels are filter feeders. They filter live algae, planktons or microbes, and we are giving them processed food. So it's just like you are taking fresh food daily, and you are giving processed food daily. After 1 month, your body will not have that particular of minerals and vitamins to produce high quality nature. So we will have to think about that. So next one, culture period. So it depends the type of the pearl. That if you talk about the designer pearls, many people are still not able to making designer pearls in 20 months, 24 months. So if we are going to strengthen our pearl farmers, going to strengthen our startups and entrepreneur, then we will have to focus on the pearl which are selling well in international market, because the pearl is a product of international market, and for that we will have to focus like irregular rounds, like baroot pearls, blister pearls, Keshi pearls. Okay, so then after that it takes time around 24 to 30 months or 36 months to produce a pearl. But we will not suggest you as to start with designer or half-round Mabe pearls, because in India even our pearl farmers still don't know the name of the pearls. Just they know the designer pearls. At present, if we reveal the data, the pearl farmers of India, if you go to district by district in India, then around 1000 crore plus, you are getting me, 1000 CR plus amount has been wasted. They are in loss. It's not a small amount. It's a very big amount. And I'm telling you this one because managed department and other aquaculture department like Department of Fisheries and Ministry of Fisheries, I already done a meeting with them, and I have also told this data to them. So they have started some initiative for how to reduce this loss for pearl farmers. So we will have to focus also on that. So next one, please. Yeah. So types of cultured pearls like round pearls, irregular round pearls, baroque pearls, brister pearls, keshi pearls, barsa pearls. So we will have to think. There are two types of these six types have two categories. First one cultured and second one natural. Because if we are using, it's completely depend on the type of the nucleus. Because nucleus is as the people say that nucleus is the heart of the pearl. So we will have to focus on nucleus. If we talk about the natural nacre as a nucleus, as we implant natural nacre or a piece of nacre implanted to the implanted in cells and pearl formation and these types of pearls. I mean to say that we will have to work to make a nucleated pearl because south like sea pearls which we know are highly precious, but they are not able to use them. We are not able to use them in like medicine, cosmetics, or in we can say in powder industry. So if we talk about how to grow a farmer, how to grow his income, how to grow a startup or entrepreneur, we will have to work on this. These types of pearl we should start with because along with jewelry, we can sell all these pearls in powder industry also. So like irregular round pearls, market price will goes from 80 rupees carat to 100 rupees carat. And the last one, if you go about the if you go and tell about the Basra pearls, the Basra pearl price starts with 40,000 to 2 lakhs per carat, or we can say that per 200 milligrams. So we have the ability to make them, but we don't have the technology to grow them. So please, next one. Yeah. So what are the industry for pearls? Like fashion jewelry pearls have a very around 50% plus uh, uh, area, or we can say that it covers the 50% plus of 100%. Astrology pearls are also selling well in the market. If you talk about the embroidery pearls, it is also selling well in the market. Powder industry, Ayurveda pearls, cosmetic pearls, medicine pearls. So there are lots of uh, industries which are covered by our pearls. So we will have to focus according to the requirement of the fashion or requirement of the industry. Next one, please. Yeah. There is a simply glimpse of which countries import pearls in 2000 to 2020. So we have imported around 3.23 billions of dollar per. You can see the India's part is very big. If you talk about the export, then around four. Sorry, yeah. Next one. The next one. Yeah. So if we talk about the 2013, I mean 2000 to 2020, then our Indian pearl exports are 415 millions of dollar. So we are also, along with import, we are also exporting to different countries. Like for Bahrain, we are the largest exporter for Saudi Arabia, for Gulf countries, for Hong Kong, Australia, Tokyo. But if we talk about the last 3 years for African countries, our exports are just below 1%. Okay, so we will have to focus the quality and type of the pearl. Like if you talk about the export for upcoming years, then everyone knows about the EU FTA, and there is a list specified especially for pearls. So they don't have the pearl production in their countries. So we all Indians have a chance to grow the high quality pearls and to export them to European countries. So we will also have to focus on that to produce that type of pearl which are required in their country. So please, next one. Yeah, if we talk about the pearl powder market, so pearl powder market, we can see that 23, it's a billion of dollar, and by 2023 it will rise to maybe 1.5 to 2 billion dollar. Then if we talk about the market growth, the market is expected to around 15 132.33 billion millions of dollar by 2034. So this segment, the pearl market, the of powder industry. So the pearl mass segment is expected by this and this. So we have, if you talk about the powder industry, the pearls for powder industry, that should be non-nucleated. So we will have to focus the pearls which are non-nucleated. I mean to say that our pearls should be made from the real nacre, I mean as a nucleus. So we will have to work on that. So next one, please. Jewelry market. So we can say that it's around 22.3 billions of dollar. It would be up to 2024. So our jewelry industry also growing well accordingly, and with a CAGR of 13% to 13.8%. So please, next one. If we talk about the economic importance of pearl culture, so for pearl culture, especially, we can grow our pearl farmer, which are living in rural areas. Along with them, we can support to the pearl farmers which are going to
Mr.
start
Jitendra sir, sorry to interrupt. Kindly finish it. We are running out of time.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Sure. Thank you. So I will just will let you know something, the complete steps in a brief. Like first, we will have to test our water to start a pearl farm. After water testing, we will decide the type of the setup. Second thing, take a complete training for that. But I will say to every pearl farmer or every startup or every entrepreneur that doesn't only take a single training for that. Take multiple training, or I can say that take a business training, because pearl culture is not like a training program, it's a business program. So we will have to work, because pearl is a product, it's not a quantity based product, it's a quality based product, and you will have to work continuously on quality. And for that, you will have to work on, like we have the 5 points of pearl culture, like muscles. You will have to work on a healthy muscles, along with the disease management and everything. Secondly, we talk about the setup. So you will have to make a healthy setup or a healthy aquatic environment for muscles. Third one is nucleus. That is a very important role that plays for pearl formation. So always start with the pearls, I mean the nucleus. Which pearls are going sell in the market? Surgery. Do a surgery in a expert. Do with surgery with expertise. For and the last one is maintenance. Start all these things and do the steps. Do the right. So if anyone else, because we Viva Pearl Farm, we are working with government institutions, PSIR, Himachal, and many more. So if any pearl farmers, by your we are just giving you giving a message to all pearl farmers and startups that if you need any help support farming, then we will provide you a complete support for it. So if you need any help support, we will provide a complete support for that. Sure. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your very informative and insightful session on pearl culture. Your presentation clearly explained the introduction to pearls, type of mussels used for pearl culture, site selection, and step-by-step process involved in pearl farming. We sincerely thank you for sharing your valuable knowledge and practical insight with all of us. Participants, if you have any questions, and kindly post them in the chat box or raise your hand, we will now take up the questions. Dr. Vilas Jadhav has asked, the pearl cultivation training is needed in tribal areas of Palghar district. If you know any contact number of the experts in nearby Palghar district, please share. I think already other questions are already taken up. Okay, with this we can conclude the end of the today's. With this we came to the end of the today's session. Participants, you may still reach out to our speakers directly.
So,
Yes, sir.
for any viewer want to discuss some this webinar also, so you can share our email ID or what. So we will also support them with no extra charge, and we will charge for a technical support to our pearl farmer startup, because India needs people like you, people like us, to grow this industry from bottom to top, and we have a chance of 4 to 5 years only, not more than that. You don't think that years? No. But China's production is reducing. So we have a chance that we grow high quality pearls for international market. Okay. So you and we can work together as a farmer, as a entrepreneur, so that the farmers or startup which are willingly want to work to start a pearl farm, they can work easily, because ease of doing, as we can say.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Okay, we can conclude today's session. If you missed any part of today's session or would like to revisit the key insights, the YouTube link to watch the full webinar series have been shared in the chat box. To stay updated on our upcoming events, programs, and exciteful opportunities from MANAGE-FISHub, we encourage you to follow our social media platforms. Through MANAGE-FISHub, we are opening doors to various programs from business incubation and expert mentorship to funding access and technology support. We are conducting a national stakeholder meet and policy workshop on fisheries startups and entrepreneurship at Manage Hyderabad on 16 to 17 March 2026. This workshop will focus on policy dialogue and discussions to strengthen the fisheries startup ecosystem and support the entrepreneurship across the country. The registrations are also open for our pre-incubation mentoring program as well as our cohort 2 of MANAGE-FISHub incubation program for fisheries startup. We encourage the interested participants to apply. On this note, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to our esteemed speakers of our generously sharing their valuable knowledge and practical insights. Thank you, sir. A heartfelt thank you for all the participants for your active engagement and thoughtful questions. I also extend my sincere thanks to our director, Dr. Saravanan Raj sir, for initiating the Fisheries Fortnightly Friday webinar series. My appreciation goes to the entire MANAGE-FISHub team for organizing today's session seamlessly. Before we close, please don't forget to share your feedback. The feedback link has been posted in the chat box, and do register for our upcoming webinars. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.